So how did you get your name?
I got the name Skiddlz from battling back in, my early career. I used to try to be a battle rapper, and I went to this club, and I got booed off stage. So I was like, I'm never rapping again. And then that was right around the time the whole 8 Mile thing was real big with the whole Eminem and all that. And I went back and won my little bracket and whatnot. And they're like, what's your name? And I told them, they're like, no, we're going to call you Skiddlz. I'm like, why are you calling me Skiddlz? I don't want to be called Skiddlz. And they're like, because Eminem was already taken. So everybody just started calling me Skiddlz from there on out. And I've been Skiddlz ever since. So plus I got flavor. So Skiddlz.
What made you want to become a music producer?
I'm a drummer by trade. So in a band, as a drummer, I'm always in the back, so I can always hear everything that's going on. So that I think that has something to kind of do with it, maybe a little bit. But also, I got really inspired by other sounds of how certain things sound the way that they do. And then with me being earlier in my career, me being wanting to be a rapper, I needed beats to become a rapper. So, and this was before YouTube and all that era, so I had to get beats. So I just made my own beats. Like, okay, well, got my own little studio equipment together at that point, and it's like, I'm gonna make my own beats, and then got really into making my own beats. So I just did my own thing there for a while and kind of put rapping to the side and just said, I'm gonna start making beats and produce, other stuff, and then produce rock bands as well, because I understood the sound and I started understanding the formula on how to make music together. So that's kind of where it spawned for me, really.
What happened to your band?
No One of Consequence was the band that I was in for the longest time. We toured, we were together, we played a lot of shows for seven years, and I'm still friends with all those guys, and we were just playing so much and we were doing so many things that we all just decided to take a break. And we're just like, okay, let's just take a break for a little bit, and then we'll get back together. And we just never got back together. So, everybody else kind of went and did their own little projects and all that. And I'm still, like I said, I still talk to them all, but we just never got back together. So, maybe one day, but as of right now, we just never got back together. It was never a bad breakup or nobody died from a heroin overdose or anything like that. We just never got back together. So, basically nothing. We just all took a break and just stayed there.
Would you rather be in the studio or on the stage?
I definitely like being on the stage. That's kind of where I started at. There's no feeling like being on the stage and people listening to your music and liking it. I also enjoy being in the studio as well because it gives you the same feeling. To me, it's a hand-in-hand marriage. So I like to do both, to be honest with you.
What is an average day at work in the music producing business?
It is long. I like to wake up in the morning, personally, early in the morning, and then try to get as much work as I can done in the studio. You can make 1, 2, 3 beats a day, and only one of them turn out good. And then you have to, usually if it's on a weekend or anything like that, then you're in the club trying to promote your music. So, or you're on the phone constantly trying to make deals or work with new artists or anything like that. So it can be pretty stressful at times, but it can be a long day. It can be a real long day.
When producing, what gets you pumped?
The artist, I usually have something inspired. Something usually inspires me to produce the type of music that I do make. So that's usually what pumps me up, thinking that that artist might like it the way that they do. So usually that goes hand in hand with it. Or if I'm hearing a new sound or I have a new sound bank that I'm working with or anything like that, that usually just gets me excited about what can I do creatively with this new project that I'm working on or this new thing that I'm working. So that's usually what does it for me, is staying creative. That's what keeps me pumped.
What do you do in your spare time?
Listen to a lot more music. I have kids, so I don't use them for just my spare time, but they are my time always. But I do every chance that I can. I'm with them, and we watch a lot of Ninja Turtles and the remote control helicopters, like I'm addicted to those things right now. So that like almost cuts into the music time of things. So because I can't stop playing with it. Me and my son play with those all the time, and then me and my daughter we watch a lot of Ninja Turtles, which are awesome. So in spare time, that's what I do to wind down and hang out with them and not think about music. Is hang out with the family, my kids. That's what I like to do.
How much sleep do you get on average?
About 4 hours. Like I said before in the earlier question, days are so long that you just kind of get sleep in where you can. I know artists who get 4 hours a day, period, and they're not in the same group. They like to do it like 2 in the morning and then 2 at night, and then that's how they like to do their sleep patterns. But it does catch up on you later on, to where you have just a full day of sleeping, and that's all you do, and you shut off your phone, you just sleep. But if I can get 4 to 5 hours of sleep, I'm pretty happy. And that's about it.
What do you do to get your mind off of life's troubles?
Music. That is what I do. You could tell by the different stuff that I'm producing. Like if it's happy, I'm happy. If it's upset or angry, it's probably because that's the way that I'm feeling. So music is my escape. That is what I do. Regardless if I'm happy, sad, angry, or any of the other emotions, or any troubles at all, I get lost in my music. It's like a book to me. It's like somebody reading all the time. So I get lost in my music. Music is my therapy for any kind of trouble.
What is the average day of work for the music producer? That is you. Contain yourself, Skiddlz.
Next question.